Welcome back, metalheads, to the Friday 13th YouTube channel. Hope you're well. Today I've got a fantastic album for you to review. It's French power metal band Nightmare. Now, the band are about to release their new album on AFM Records. It's called Encrypted, and it's released on the 7th of June. Check it out, metalheads. Now, Nightmare were formed back in 1979 in France. They originally released two albums for English label Ebony Records. Now, Ebony Records is a home base where I live in Hull. Released had some fantastic bands, as we all know, such as Grim Reaper, Samurai, Shire, and so many great bands. These guys were heavily influenced by the new wave of British heavy metal. The band's first two albums were released back in 1984 and 1985. In 1984, the band's debut album was called Waiting for the Twilight, and this was followed by Power of the Universe, two fantastic albums, like I said, influenced by the new wave of British heavy metal. Sadly, the band broke up after the second album, but would return in 2001 and release their next album, and this will be called Cosmovision. Now, the band have released 11 previous albums. The new album, Encrypted, is a fantastic album and a great follow-up. Now, the band's last album, Ethereum, is a fantastic album, also released on AFM Records. Now, this new album is a fantastic album, folks. It's got an amazing production, and it was produced by Italian one and only Simone Monroli. As we all know, with DGM, is a fantastic producer, and this album shows his strength. And this new album consists of 10 songs. So I'm going to tell you who's in the lineup now. We have the vocalist Barbara. Now, she's been with the band for so many years now. She's a very powerful singer. Kind of reminds me of Leather Leon from Dave Chastain. So we'd also have Yves Campion on bass guitar. Like I said, he's the original member from the original lineup. We'd also have Franck Milleliri on guitars. We'd have Matt Asselbergs on guitars and vocals. And drummer would be called Niels Quiais on drums. So that's the lineup for the current Nightmare. So now I'm going to come to the song titles for this new album. The opening track would be called Annexus Inferius. This would be followed by The Blossoms of My Hate, Voices from the Other Side, Saviors of the Damned, Wake the Night, Encrypted, the title track, Incarcerants, White Lines, Borderlands, and the last song would be called Eternal Winters. Now, Barbara's vocals remind me of two vocalists. First of all, Leather Leon from Dave Chastain, and also the vocalist from Crystal Viper. Two really powerful female singers. Opening track, Nexus Inferius, reminds me of Arch Enemy and also Primal Fear. Now, the next song, Blossoms of Hate, the title pretty much says it all. This is a very, very heavy song, very much inspired by Arch Enemy. At times, there's a little bit of Crystal Viper vocals in there as well, but it's a really heavy song. Barbara's vocals do remind me a little bit of Elisa from Arch Enemy. Now, the guitar solo on this song is absolutely fantastic. In fact, the guitar solos throughout the album are fantastic. They're very much remind me and very inspiring by Jeff Loomis from Nevermore. Now, I have to say, towards the end of this song, it does remind me a little bit of a Norwegian black metal band, Mogore. Don't be put off, folks. It's a very powerful song with some fantastic vocals. But like I say, Barbara does go into the death metal and black metal approach at times on this song. Now, the next song is called Voices from the Other Side. This is a more stable, more relaxed song compared to the previous song I've just mentioned. At times, it reminds me of Crystal Viper again. Musically, the music reminds me of a band also on AFM Records called Brainstorm, a fantastic German band. A little bit reminds me of Vicious Rumours, but the Brainstorm and the Crystal Viper style of music for this song really does go well, and it's a very catchy song as well. Next is the song Saviors of the Damned. Yet again, there's a lot of Arch Enemy in this album. Don't be put off, folks. Arch Enemy are a fantastic band. Some of the vocals are pretty growly in places by Barbara, but she also does a lot of clean singing. So, if, like I said, if you are a fan of such bands as Brainstorm, Nevermore, Arch Enemy, then this is, and Primal Fear, then this is an album for you. It's got a fantastic production, as you can imagine. I'm going to give this album 4.5 out of 5. It's a fantastic album, folks. And if you're looking for something a little bit more heavier than previous Arch Nightmare album, then this is for you. So check it out, folks. It's by the band Nightmare. It's called Encrypted, and it's out on the 7th of June on AFM Records. Brilliant album, folks. Check it out. Thanks for watching.